Okay, we're here in the Highland Hotel in Glenties now. The Glenties area, of course, the count's continuing here, but already a couple of candidates have been elected to the new council in Donegal. One of them is Marie Therese Gallagher, who was co-opted onto the council when Pierce Doherty moved on to greater things. I heard him talking about you very highly earlier on today, Marie Therese. First of all, many congratulations. When your name's on the ballot, you're never quite sure what's going to happen, but you must be very happy with the way things have turned out.
Yeah, we're absolutely delighted this evening. You know, it's all over the county, like the party has done very well, but we've put in an awful lot of work as well, and I think today we're being repaid for that work.
Yeah. What were the main issues on the doorsteps around this area for you, Marie Therese? Because there's very much a rural community here.
West Donegal has suffered hugely like this last number of years from austerity measures, and rural depopulation is a big issue. I suppose I was shocked. I would have thought I would have known very well the issues on the ground, but when you're going around house to house to find grown people cry about the situations that they're in, that they're at home, all their families spread all over the world, and an awful lot of mothers at home on their own with fathers away working and whatnot, because they don't have another option. It's only just to keep the roof over their head. So there's an awful lot of work to be done in West Donegal to give people a good standard of living.
Yeah. There's a big responsibility on parties like Sinn Fein now going in with a very strong mandate to councils, not only here in Donegal but around the country, because obviously the government parties, Fine Gael and Labour, have been given a very hard lesson in this election.
They've been given a very strong message. A strong message has gone out from the people, not from any political party. That message, we have been hearing it, and I'm sure every other representative have been hearing it, but we're going to deliver as best as we can for those people that need us the most. And that's, I suppose, in West Donegal for us, we will have 2 people elected. It will help make representation a lot easier, because we will be able to divide up the constituency and provide a far better service to the people that we represent.
Sure. And in the bigger picture, it looks as if there could be as many as 9 Sinn Féin councillors come back into a 37 group council. So obviously you're going to have a strong mandate to take in there. Fianna Fáil are looked to be the other strong party that are going to go back, and then we're going to have a lot of independents. And I've made this point to a number of candidates that have already been elected, Marie Therese. There's going to have to be uniformity of thinking at council level, because if we see a divided council like we saw very often for the last 5 years, people in Dublin are not going to listen to what you're saying.
That's true. We've had a fraught 5 years. The last 5 years, there's been an awful lot of change. But the way that it was in the past, Charlie, was that Fianna Fáil had controlled the councils. They had 4 mayors, and they gave a kind of a tokenship to Fine Gael with 1 mayor. Things have changed in Donegal, and when change comes in, people find it hard to accept that change, I suppose. But we're determined in Sinn Féin that change will remain in place, and that everybody's voice will be heard in the council chamber. We need to do it in a good way that represents the people, but we also need to have a bit of what I call cop on, and that things run smoothly and we actually deliver. We don't need personalities clashing, we've had too much of that, and that doesn't serve any person in this county.
And have you any concerns, Mary Therese, about the number of independents that are going to go in there? And again, I made this point to a few of them that we spoke to at the Oral Leisure Centre. There's no point in them going in with a single issue. They've got to see the bigger picture as well and work with the parties, because again, if there's 10 of them in there and they all have their own agendas, nothing's going to get done.
That's exactly what it is. Everybody has to work together. It's the same in any organisation that you go into. If you have fraught and personality differences, whether it may be in the GA or whatever else, things fall apart. And you don't serve the people that you're meant to be there serving. So I will, and I have continued, I have done this last 6 years, I have worked with everybody in Donegal County Council, and the party will work with everybody, but we will be going in there as a united team in Sinn Féin, and we will work with everybody on Donegal County Council to deliver for the people, and it's not really for us, it's not about what the party does or what any individual does, it's about delivery for the people in the county.
And another instance point, finally, I heard Pierce make as well, was the lack of women representation at council level, and it looks again as if you're going to be very much in a small minority, Marie Therese. Is that going to provide any difficulty for you?
It hasn't so far. I would prefer that 50% of the population are female. I would prefer that they would find a place and that their voices would be heard. I will be a voice for women. I will be a voice for everybody. But I think that politics has to change. What we witnessed this last 5 years would not encourage in Donegal County Council would not encourage any woman to put their name forward. And I think that anyone who visits the council chamber would tell you that. Yes. And I've often spoke about it. So there's big changes that need to be done in how we do our work to actually involve women as well, and to give them the opportunity, because what women's needs are the same as everybody else's needs, but their voices aren't being heard.
Well, big responsibility for you. We wish you well with it, Marie Therese. Congratulations on your election.
Thank you very much, Charlie.